Hey everybody, I'm Scotty J. You are watching Rock Titan Live, and I have a most excellent guest with us right now. We're actually on his tour bus, Scooter Ward, the mastermind of Cold on tour in Lancaster right now. Scooter, how you doing?
Thank you. It was a nice introduction.
Yeah, I do my best.
You're doing good.
Yeah, well, thank you. So, this is the first time you've been on the road in a while. Like, you're what, only a few shows in at this point?
It's been about 8 years, yeah. I think this is like 5, 6 shows, but yeah, it's really nice. I was talking to friends earlier about past tours. You know, we've always had interaction with the crowd on all our shows, but there's something about this tour where everybody is singing along all the lines through all the songs, and it's really an emotional thing for, I think, the band and the fans. So
you got the Cold Army out in force.
Yeah.
There's a big Cold Army out here in
nice.
Lancaster.
It's nice. Yeah, Lancaster's always been nice to us.
Yeah, now, things we can't stop. It's less than a week away at this point.
Yeah.
September 13th, everybody. September 13th.
That's it.
So, how does it feel to be finally? I mean, after all this time, I mean, there's got to be some emotion as well as hitting the road again.
Yeah.
You know, being out with everybody to have your first new material out.
You know, I'm excited about the record coming out. With being on tour and being with people every day and discussing things, it's kind of, the record to me is kind of taking a back seat. You know, I really love focusing on the people and the shows. Right. So it's kind of a nice deterrent to not have to sit around and stress about a record coming out in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, that's cool. Now, I was a little confused, you know, when I first came out here tonight, because the last news I saw, you know, we got this 24/7 news cycle, of course. I wasn't sure if Sam was with you or not.
Yeah.
As it turns out, Sam is, in fact, on tour with you guys.
Yes, he came out on tour. Yes, he decided to come out a few days before, man. We called him and we needed the heartbeat of the band, and he came back and added that. So
that's got to be pretty special. I mean, it had to be for you, you know, and obviously you've had some interchanging parts over the years, you know, throughout the various albums. But like you said, Sam's always been that constant. He's always been there.
You know, I've been playing with him since I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
So
now, didn't you guys have another project in between Superfiction and...
I had a solo project called The Killer and the Star. It was me, John Otto from Limp Bizkit, and Michael Harris from Idiot Pilot.
Okay. I thought Sam was in that too for some reason.
No, okay. And then Sam was doing his other projects. He was doing Cocky Bitches.
Oh, right on. Okay.
And Damn Baby, I believe.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, all of us kind of went off and did our own little side things, man. You know, it's nice to do your thing sometimes.
Yeah. Now, one thing I do want to ask you, and I thought this was kind of interesting, just kind of getting into the creative side of things. And I know that in the past, you're obviously a Spider fan,
yes.
You know, and a Spider-Man fan at that. And you've wanted some of your songs to, you know, make some of those movie soundtracks.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, What Happens Now was written for, we wrote that. Mark Webb, the person that directed Spider-Man, he had directed 4 of our videos in the past.
Wow.
So we have that relationship with him. And then when he was doing the movie, I was like, we're going to do a song for Spider-Man and send it to him, Mark. But right at the last minute, I think the production team decided to use just, you know, cinematic sounds and stuff like that. Okay. So they didn't really have any rock songs on there, which I think would have been better if they did.
Yeah. I agree. There's another movie coming out, you know, not part of the Marvel universe, but the DC universe. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was interesting because, you know, and I'm talking about Joker.
Oh, okay? Yeah, I'm excited about that.
And they got Send in the Clowns as one of their songs. And of course, that was off, one of your early pieces of art. And, you know, now obviously you're Sending the Clowns, totally different. Like, you know, the title's the same, different, you know, song altogether. But the thing I thought was funny about this particular movie is that, you know, the song Send in the Clowns isn't about clowns at all.
No.
You know, here we got the Joker. Clowns aren't even, you know, figured into that, but they're using the song. And I'm thinking, why aren't they using Cold's version? Because even though, again, your version of Send in the Clowns isn't about clowns, it has more relevance to the storyline of Joker
I agree.
than the other one. And I'm just thinking, what if we get Send in the Clowns on that soundtrack?
That'd be cool. Somebody make that happen.
Right?
Yeah.
You know?
It's not too late.
So...
Well, maybe it is.
Well, you know, now that we've got the Marvel Universe, you know, kind of, I don't know, kind of restarting all over again. It's kind of recycling because we lost some fallen heroes.
Yeah.
Are you going to remain passionate about getting your songs on the Spider-Man soundtrack?
I don't know if it's Spider-Man or any Marvel superhero type movie. I would be happy to apply my music to any of those.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's got to be a cool feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
it'd be nice when they do it, and it'd be a better feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll make it happen one day. It's all about manifesting it and taking it there.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, back to things we can't stop. All right. When I first heard "Shine," that touched me in a very personal way. I'm not going to well up here, people. I'm not going to well up, but I was bullied. From kindergarten through the 12th grade. Yeah. Like, that was a big part of me. That's why I kind of bulked up, I used to be really more svelte like you, but I think I bulked up, so no one could fit me in a locker even if they wanted to, because that kind of thing happened. The lyrics, the story, that song, it touched me. I mean, was it very personal for you?
It was personal as far as when I was in my early childhood going to school. We used to get picked on at the bus stop, chased behind the grocery stores and beat up, stuff like that. And then our photographer friend in California, her little girl was getting bullied a lot. And the crazy thing about the song is I had the chorus for it. I want to see you shine, I want to see you go for the win. So I had the uplifting part, but I didn't know what the song was going to be about yet. And it tortured me because I go, that's a really pretty chorus, so it has to be a perfect verse. It has to have an emotional thing to it. And then when Emily was telling me about her child, it just kind of all came full circle. And the crazy thing about that song is we've had probably the most reaction from that song than any song that we've ever released out online from fans and people that aren't fans. I've had fans and people that aren't fans that have listened to the song and they listen to it with their kid, or their kid brings it to them, and it opens up a dialogue between them about bullying and what's going on.
Really?
This one dad was like, dude, I didn't even know my kid was being bullied until that song.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool that they were able to talk about it. And, she didn't know that he had been bullied as a kid. So all these kind of things are happening with that song. It's really a nice thing. I feel proud of it.
Well, you should. And I mean, like I said, for me, it touched me, and I can only imagine how many people are out there because, like when you first started Cold, all the time that's gone by, we live in a different age now. Correct. It's like the bullying for us was very different.
Yeah.
Now you've got cyberbullying.
Yeah, well,
kids getting picked on online. And people tend to gauge their self-worth based on how many likes they have, how many followers they have, and stuff like that. And it's so easy to feel defeated, to feel down, to feel picked on, even maybe if you are not, But then the message you have in the song, there's the uplifting element of it. Like you said, I want to see you shine, I want to see you win, I want to see you move, that's just awesome. Were you conscious kind of the change, like the way things have evolved from just a cultural perspective since you started?
I think that, when I was a kid and getting picked on, I would get picked on by bullies and chased and get beat up. And that was it.
Right.
Maybe they come back 2 months later when they got bored again and do it again. The thing about social media and everything now, you get these kids and somebody's getting cyberbullied, and then all of a sudden all these other people are jumping in and teaming up on this poor person, and sometimes that's hard to take,
right?
So
now, being a father, you have 2 daughters, right?
3 daughters. I have
3 daughters.
A stepdaughter and 2 daughters. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, again, thinking on that, were you kind of approaching this not just as an artist, but as, someone who went through it personally at a younger age, but as a parent?
Well, yeah, of course. When both my daughters started high school, they were kind of going through that because it was a brand new school. Nobody knew who they were.
Right.
They were going through things that normal teenagers go through, so they were scared and intimidated when they went there, and I felt that, and it was horrible. And my thing was just hold on, it's going to be okay. You guys are great kids. You're gonna find friends, and it's going to be all right. But for the first few months, it was brutal. They were both coming home just in a bad situation.
Yeah.
crying about it.
Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you could be there for him, and that's one of the other things I want to touch on, too, because it's been a while since Superfiction was out there.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself really getting to do some things in life, with the time between then and now that, you wouldn't have been able to do otherwise?
I did. I got to spend a lot of time with my family. I moved up with my sister and my parents down south in Jacksonville. And then I was able to move out to California and spend time with my teenager. So that was really nice. I had missed out with my oldest daughter. I had missed out on, doing the little things that parents get to do because of touring all the time. And that was, I didn't want to do that again.
You got the stamp of approval this time around, though? Like, come on, Dad, get out there, do it. This is what you love to do.
I know that we all miss each other still, but I think after a certain amount of time, maybe they're just like, Dad, get the hell out of here. Go do what you got.
Well, you can FaceTime now,
it's nice.
Skype and do all that stuff.
It's very nice.
Now, I know that, or I don't know this, but I'd heard that you actually had a little touch of writer's block.
Oh, yeah, not a little touch.
Yeah.
It was a big touch.
But there was a certain documentary, a certain man that inspired you and kind of broke that writer's block, yeah?
Correct. I had never had writer's block before in my life. Ever since I was 12 years old, I've always been able to pick up a guitar and do a melody and write lyrics, write stories. It's never happened before. And on this record, I had some decent lyrics written for the songs. And then when I was going through, I just wanted them to be better. And I was just going to scrap everything and start over. So when I did that, there was a lot of pressure that I manifested put on myself. And I wanted it to be perfect for the fans, and perfect for Cold. So I got in my head about it and I just woke up one morning and I forgot everything about writing. Like, I was just like, it was not to be poetic, but it felt like, the world took it away from me.
Oh, man.
And then I got super...
getting amputated.
Yeah, I felt super depressed. I went into my own little dark world and just... It was horrible. It was a brutal thing. And, that's my thing. That's the way I take care of my family. And everything was gone. So I'm like, oh, my God, what am I going to do right now? And that just, the snowball started getting bigger and bigger of all that. And then one night, I was flipping through something online, and I saw Nick Cave had a documentary.
Yeah.
One More Time with Feeling.
Yes.
It was about him creating a record close to where his son fell off a bridge. And it's just a tragic, beautiful documentary. And just the cadence of his voice when he's talking at the beginning, I go, well, there you go. This is going to be something special. And I watched it maybe 20, 30 times, and every night it just helped me a little more and a little more. I was like, if he can sit there and go through that and create, what the hell am I crying about here? It's going to be okay.
Right.
And so I started writing a little bit every day as he suggested in his other documentary, and it helped. And then one day the gates opened up and everything was back.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Playing the piano, playing the guitar, creating some amazing lyrics for Things We Can't Stop. September 13th, everybody. September 13th. So, well, Scooter, thank you so much, man. I've really enjoyed hanging out with you. Well, and I can't wait to see the show tonight, man.
It's going to be good.
This is awesome. So there's no more hiatuses, on the horizon. I hope you're going to be doing this for a little while now?
Yeah, we're back, man. We're ready to do it.
Yeah, you're going to be cranking out more material. We're looking at 2021 already. We're going to have a follow-up to this.
I don't know about that soon, but...
2022?
Yeah, 2020. Well, maybe the end of 2020.
It's like, oh, man, we're in the 2020s. This is serious, man. Yeah. It's like, aren't we supposed to have flying cars and all that stuff now?
So every artist should make a record every 6 months then.
Right?
Right.
Why
not? Yeah. Do it in your house. So
yeah, seriously. All right, so everybody, I'm Scotty J. You're watching Rock Titan Live. And I am here with Scooter Ward of Cold. We're out.